In the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a young billionaire called Chief Obiora, also known as ODOGWU PANRARA. He was from Anambra State, but Lagos was where he built his empire. He owned many companies, many houses, and many cars. He was very rich, respected, and powerful. His whole life was about business. He never cared about women. He only focused on money and his empire. One night, at his friend's wedding after-party, Obiora saw a young woman. She was sitting with her friends, laughing. He couldn't take his eyes off her. He walked up to her and said hello. She smiled back. They introduced themselves. Her name was Choma, a beautiful young lady from Enugu State. She owned a high-fashion brand in Abuja and was smart, independent, and hard-working. Obiora liked her instantly. Before the night ended, they exchanged phone numbers. From that day, Chioma and Obiora started talking. After some time, Obiora confessed his feelings to her. He told her how much he admired her beauty, her intelligence, and her confidence. Choma listened quietly, and over time, she opened her heart to him too. Obiora took Chioma to countless dinner dates. He spoiled her, showered her with gifts, pampered her, and took care of her. He gave her his time and attention. He was always there for her, always present. He showed up for her in everything she did. He wanted her to know she was special to him. He was caring and romantic. He took her to many beautiful and romantic places, making sure she was always happy. During their relationship, they grew very close. They laughed together, they prayed together, and they shared secrets. They tried making love once, but Obiora stopped. He held her hand and said, "Choma, I want more than your body. I don't want this to be all about sex. I want to know you. I want to love you. I want to build a strong bond with you. Let's wait until marriage." Choma was surprised, but also touched by his words. From that moment, she respected him even more. For 1 year, they spent time together and created memories. They traveled to different countries together. They went shopping in Dubai. They had dinner in Paris. They spent weekends in Lagos and Abuja. Obiora bought her flowers, jewelry, gifts, and cars. He gave her everything, but most importantly, he gave her his heart. After 1 year of dating, Obiora proposed to Choma in Paris. He knelt down with a diamond ring and asked her to marry him. She said yes with tears in her eyes. They started preparing for the wedding. Obiora went to Choma's hometown with a long convoy. He paid her bride price in full. He gave gifts, drinks, gold, and cows. It was the biggest traditional wedding in Enugu. Everybody in the village was talking about it. Weeks later, they did their white wedding in Lagos. It was a grand occasion, attended by governors, celebrities, and powerful people. After that, they went on honeymoon around the world. Obiora bought her a house in America. Choma felt like she was living in a dream, but after marriage, everything changed slowly. Obiora's attention returned to business. He was hardly at home. Even when he was home on weekends, he was always on business calls, Zoom meetings, or receiving visitors. He spent more time with his laptop and phone than with Choma. She begged him for attention. She wanted his time, but he always said, "I'm doing all this for us." Choma became lonely and restless. In that loneliness, she started talking to the gateman. The gateman was a young, vibrant, and handsome man. At first, it was just greetings and small talk, but soon they started having long conversations whenever Obiora was not around. From talking, it grew into secret love. They began sleeping together. Whenever Obiora traveled, the gateman would sneak into the house, and they would spend time together. This went on for 2 years. Then, Choma became pregnant. She was excited, and Obiora was overjoyed. He threw a big party for family and friends. They later discovered that it was twins, 2 beautiful girls. During the pregnancy, Obiora took care of her and gave her everything she needed, but she continued her secret affair with the gateman. After the twins were born, Obiora loved them with all his heart. He believed they were his blood. One day, when the twins were about 3 years old, one of them fell seriously ill. They rushed her to the hospital. The doctor said she needed an urgent blood transfusion. Obiora quickly offered his blood, but when the test result came out, the doctor shook his head. His blood did not match. Everyone was shocked. Choma became nervous, but she said nothing. Then, the gateman stepped forward and offered his blood. They tested it, and it was a perfect match. The transfusion was done, and the little girl's life was saved. But after that, questions started flying. How could the gateman's blood match perfectly while Chief Obiora's did not? Obiora looked at Choma with fire in his eyes. The whole truth was about to come out. That night, When they got back home, Obiora could not hold himself anymore. He sat in the living room, his face hard, his hands shaking. "Choma," he said, his voice heavy. "What is going on? Tell me the truth. Why did the doctor say my blood does not match my own daughter?" Choma broke down immediately. She fell to her knees, crying uncontrollably. "Obiora, please forgive me," she begged. "I made a mistake. I was lonely. You were never around. I needed someone, and I found comfort in him. Please forgive me." Obiora stood up, his whole body trembling. "Comfort in who?" he shouted. The gateman, who had been standing quietly outside, stepped forward. He couldn't hide anymore. "It's me, Chief," the gateman said, his head bowed. "I'm sorry. It was never supposed to happen this way." Obiora's eyes widened. He felt his whole world collapsing. The twins he loved with all his heart were not his. His wife, the woman he trusted, betrayed him in the worst way. He paced the room, his heart pounding. "You mean, for all these years, you have been sleeping with my wife, under my own roof?" Obiora's voice shook with rage. Choma kept crying. "Obiora, please, it is you I love. I never stopped loving you. I just needed your time, your presence. Please don't throw me away. Please don't abandon me and the children." But Obiora could not hear her anymore. His heart was shattered. He looked at the twins, innocent and sleeping in their room, and tears filled his eyes. They were not his blood, but he had raised them. He had loved them, and in his heart, they were still his daughters. Days turned into weeks, and the scandal spread. Friends, family, and business associates began to talk. Some advised Obiora to throw Choma out immediately. Others begged him to forgive, for the sake of the children. But Obiora was torn. He could not forget the betrayal, yet he could not stop loving the twins. Finally, Obiora made his decision. He divorced Choma. She left the mansion with shame, but he refused to let go of the twins. He raised them as his own, even though he knew the truth. As for the gateman, Obiora sent him away and banned him from ever coming close to his house again. From that day, Chief Obiora's heart changed. He was no longer the man who only cared about business. He poured his time, love, and attention into raising his twin daughters. He played with them, laughed with them, and watched over them with the care and devotion he had once reserved for his work. Yet, the wound of betrayal never truly healed. Though he had money, luxury cars, and power at his fingertips, he lost the one thing he had wanted most: true love, trust, and the warmth of a complete family. Now, surrounded by the laughter of his daughters, Obiora remained strong and dedicated, a man shaped by loss, yet finding purpose and solace in the love of his children.